So today we will start with one script. Okay. So just remember, hope you all remember this set command again, right? So remember this set -n 5p, right? What it is doing to print the last fifth line of the file, right? Yes or no?
Yes, Sajid.
Yes, Sajid, fifth line.
Okay. So hope you all remember that. So we'll write one shell script, okay, to reverse a file. Okay. So suppose when I say reverse a file, we have one file. So let's say I'll create one file here. So the file name is read.sh. Okay. So here in this file, I'll say welcome hello shell script DevOps. Okay. So we'll reverse this file. Okay. So when I say reverse, the DevOps should come the first. Okay. In my output. Okay. So if I do cat, so you see here the welcome is my first line. So when I return script and in my output should come in the DevOps as a first line, shell script as a second line. Okay, like that. Should reverse that file. Okay, so let's write a script. Okay, so what is my first line? Which is shebang line, right? Bin bash. So for this, so first what we have to do, we have to count the number of lines in the file. Okay, so for that I'll take one variable which is n. Okay, so n equals to what I will do, I'll list it cat my file name I'm reading at the runtime. Okay, which is $1. Okay, reading at the runtime. So hope you all remember this word count. Word count. Hope you all remember this word count. Okay. WC -L. If I do -L, what it will give in output? What it will give?
Number of lines.
Number of lines.
Counts the
Exactly.
number of lines.
Counts the number of lines. So I'm doing a cat with that. So I'm counting the number of lines in my file. Okay. Number of lines in my file. So it will give the number of lines in my file and it will assign to this variable. Okay. So now I'll read my file. Okay, I'll take that my file as a file only, file as a variable. Okay, which is $1, right? So I'm passing my file here. So I'm just assigning to the one of the variable which is file. Okay, which is $1. Okay, so $1 is my input. Okay, now my condition while $n, so n value should be greater than 0, right? So it should not be a negative number. $n, sorry, $n hyphen gt is my relational operator. $n greater than 0. Okay, if this condition is met, okay, this condition is met in my do statement, so we can write it in two ways. I will use sed command. Okay, sed hyphen n. Okay, hyphen n hyphen n. So remember this hyphen n, that set hyphen n, and 5p will give the fifth line here, right? Similar way, hyphen n, my dollar n value. Okay, I'm accessing my dollar value here. Okay, dollar n. So whatever the value, okay. So inside the double quotes, try this. Okay, dollar n, dollar n. So this is the syntax, right? And I'm passing my file name, sorry, my file, which is $1. Okay, $1. So whatever the output coming from this sed command, right? So what I will do, I will append it to the temp file. I will append it to the temp file. Okay, temp file. Now what I will do, I have to decrement the value, right? Suppose my file name is, suppose I have a 4 lines in my script here, right? I have 4 lines here. So every time the value should not be the same, right? So we discussed say in the yesterday's factorial, the value should be decremented, right? So n equals to dollar, we have to decrement the n value, right? To print the next line, which is dollar n is my variable n minus 1. I'll close that. Okay, then done. I'll close it. So if you want, you can cat, you can view that and delete that temp file. Otherwise it will be remain as it is. So let's see this, whether it is going to be work or not. Okay. So vi I'd say reverse is reverse dot sh is my file name. Okay, I saved it. So now sh reverse and my file name is read.sh, right? Read.sh. You see here in previously the DevOps is my last line, right? So now you see DevOps is my first line and the shell script is my second line. Hello is my fourth and welcome is my fifth line. Yes or no? We are getting expected output or not? You can debug it, okay, by putting a debugging operator set hyphen x. So what it is doing, the cat, it is counting in my first line and it is assigning the value is n and it is reading my file properly. Read.sh is my file, and the next it is coming to the while loop. 4 is greater than 0, condition is true. It is coming inside the loop and my value is 4 and 4p, right? So here is 4, so 4p and my file is read.sh, right? So and that value is copying to the temp. My fourth line is copying to my temp. What is my fourth line? Fourth line is DevOps.
Welcome.
DevOps, right? My
DevOps.
fourth line is fourth line is DevOps. It is copying to file, which is temp file. So next my value is decremented 3. So 3 is greater than 0 condition is true. Again my 3p, it is printing, right? Printing to my temp file, which is again the value is my 3p is hello, right? No, my 3p is, sorry, 3p is hello. Like that it is going. At the last 0 is greater than 0, condition is false, it is coming and it is displaying the cat temp. The file is this one. Okay, and it is removed it. Clear? Easy, right? Yes, no. Only thing is you should
Ajit, I have one
know
doubt
the
here. See, we used a file as a variable, right? Read dot file as a variable and $1, but we never use this file variable, right, in the program.
see why I have just mentioned is okay.
Without that line also, will it do the same work?
So that is a reason you should try this. So if I commented out, that line is commented out. Okay. This still will work. The why I am mentioned is so which file I am reading it. Okay. So it will work. So the reason is which file I am reading it. That's the reason I just mentioned it. So whether I am
Doesn't mean
reading,
that you have to use any program.
correct. It's up to you how you want to write the program. How, see, in this the same program you can use other commands and fetch it. So you can use this head command, right? Head and tail command you can use and reverse the file. So just try that scenarios. So no need to write the program in the same way, but it's up to you how you can write. But here the why I mentioned this file as a variable. So whether the file I am reading it, whether the right file or not. I just mentioned. That's it. Clear?
Yes, Ajit, yes.
Okay. Not an issue. You can comment out as well. Okay. So I'll just mention here as a optional here if you want. Okay. Optional line to read a file. Okay. File. Clear?
Yes.
This is a very small program. Okay. So now I'll move to the very important topic, which is cron job. Okay. So as a Linux administrators, as a DevOps administrator, so we schedule jobs in a Linux servers, so to execute automatically without any human intervention. Okay, with the help of cron job. Okay, so this anyone worked previously in a cron job? Yes, no, no. Okay.
But syntax, I think. Like we give we have to give the 5-star, like that is time and all. Then we'll write the command. Like the first star indicates like minutes, hours, then a date and which day, like in 0 to 6, 0 is Sunday. Then like all that 5 values we should give. Then the command which to execute.
Right. So this cron job, okay, this is a cron job is a Linux command. Okay, it's a Linux command used for scheduling. Okay, used for scheduling tasks. Okay, scheduling tasks to be executed periodically. Okay, to be executed periodically. Okay, periodically. Okay, so this is very simple line. Okay, this cron job is a Linux command. Okay, this is a Linux command used for scheduling a task to be executed periodically. Okay, to be executed periodically. Okay, this cron tab, right? This cron tab is a file. Okay, this is a file in a Linux. Okay, this cron tab is a file. Okay, we'll see that. I'll show you. Is a file which contain all the cron job entries, which contain all the cron job entries to be run. Okay, to be run at specific time, right? Whichever the time we specify over there. So one more thing is this cron tab, right? This cron tab has a syntax. Okay, the syntax. So it has a 6 fields. This cron tab has a 6 fields. 6 fields. So the first field, okay, the first field is minutes. First field is minute. Okay, the second one is hour. Second one is hour. We'll see that how we can specify. Okay, second one is hour. Okay, third one is date. Which date we are executing our job. Okay, which date we are executing our job. Okay, so the next one is month. Which month we are executing. Okay, which month we are executing. Okay, and the last one is sorry, not the last one. Fifth one is day. Which day we are executing, right? Day also we need to specify. And the last one is our script path. Okay, where that script is present. So example sh. So we can say shell script dot sh. Give the complete path here. So it will execute script path. Okay, so these are the 6 fields which are mandatory to place a job to be executed in a specific time. Okay, specific time. So and one more is this. What is that? Day. Okay, so the day is starting from number 0. Okay, 0. So 0 represents Sunday. Okay, 0 represents Sunday. This day, right? Day starting from 0 and 0 represents Sunday. 0 represents Sunday. Similar way, 1 represents
Monday.
What is after? Monday, right? Monday. 2.
Tuesday.
2 is Tuesday, right?
Tuesday.
3.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Hmm.
4 is Thursday, and 5 is Friday, 6 is Saturday. Okay, so don't think like this days are starting from 1. So if you specify 1, it will execute on Monday. So it
Ajit,
should be
the time is in 24 hours format, right?
correct. I'll come to that point. Okay, please wait. I'm coming one by one. So day is starting from 0. Okay, so day is starting from 0, which is 0 is Sunday, from 0 to 6, not from 1 to 7. Okay, just keep this in mind always. Okay, tab is work will work 24 hours format, not 12 hours format. So if you specify to execute that script in evening 7 a.m. Okay, so you have to specify
19.
evening 7 is 19.
19.
Exactly. So 19 you have to specify. If you specify 7, okay, then it will execute on
19 hours.
Morning 7.
morning 7. So just 24 hours format. Okay, just keep this in mind. It's just 24 hours format. Okay, so let's try few scenarios now. Okay, few scenarios. So you guys answer this. Okay, example. Okay, so let's say I want to schedule a task. Okay, I want to schedule a task on, let's say today is 2nd June, July. So I want to execute on 5th July. Okay, let's say 5th July. 5th July. What is 5th July? 5th July is Friday. 5th July, Friday. Friday on 4 p.m. On 4 p.m. So how to write? How to schedule it in cron job? This one. 5th July, Friday on 4 p.m. So what is my minute here?
5
0 0.
0
0 0.
Minute is 0 0.
0 0.
16.
16.
Hour is
16.
16.
16 exactly.
5
Date is
5. 5.
5.
2. 0 5.
05. Okay,
5.
05. Then
0
0
7.
7.
07 exactly.
0 5.
0 5.
05, right? So
Yes.
and my script path at the last script path you have to mention. You have to use like ampersand and this your script path. Yeah, you have to mention like this. Okay, and your script path. Okay, let's try other scenarios. Suppose you want to execute 11 a.m. Okay, let's say 11 a.m. on every Sunday. On every Sunday. Every Sunday. How we can do this? 11 a.m. on every Sunday. 11 a.m. So minute will be 0, right? Hour
Yes.
11
11. Date. So date is star, right? Star. Date is star, and the month also is star. right? Month also star, right? So which is every Sunday. I'm executing every Sunday, which is what is the
Zero.
day?
Zero.
Zero. Not 0, 0, it's 0.
Okay.
Okay, and your path. Okay. This is how you have to mention. Okay. Let's say you have one more scenario. You have to execute on every Monday and Friday. You have to execute every Monday and Friday. Let's say on same timing, 11 a.m. on every Monday and Sunday only. Sorry, Monday and Friday. Monday and Friday. Monday and Friday. How we can do it? Every Monday and Friday. 0, 0, 11,
11.
star, star,
11.
then every Monday and Friday, right?
1. Monday is 1. 1.
Monday is
1.
1. You have to specify. You can specify like this 0, 1. Then comma you can use. Okay,
5.
comma. Then 0.
0.
Friday is 0, 5, right? That's it. You can use like this. Okay. So let's say one more scenario. Run the script every minute. So you have to execute that script every minute. To run the script every minute you have to run. You can do
Star in the place of minute.
Star.
0.
star.
Star.
Okay, next.
Star.
Hour.
Again
Star.
star.
All stars.
Star, right? 5 star every minute.
Yes.
Right? Every minute. It will run every minute. Okay, irrespective of date, month, right? So we are not considering anything. We are running it every minute, right? So it will be star, 5 star. Okay. So let's say you have to run the script every hour. How we can do that? Run the script every hour.
So set it to 60 minutes.
Every
0.
hour. Hour.
For our star. Star.
Per hour.
For
So
minutes,
how
0,
you will
0.
mention?
0, 0. Then star.
0, 0.
Star.
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 That's it. So every hour we are running, right? So the minute should be 0, 0. Clear? So let's say you are running. Okay, let's say you are running on script on 10th October. Okay, let's say 10th October. 10th October. You are running it on Tuesday and let's say Thursday. So Tuesday and Thursday at 6 a.m. Okay.
0.
0,
0.
0, 0,
6.
0, 0, 6,
10.
10,
8.
and the month is also
10.
10,
2, comma.
0,
2, comma 4. 2, comma 4.
0, 2,
2, comma 0. 2,
Sun,
comma 0.
Tuesday, right? 0, 2, comma
0.
0, 4. That's it. Okay. Clear? So to edit a cron tab in Linux, which is cron tab -e to edit the file. Okay, to edit the file. To edit the file. To list like what are all the jobs already present, right? You can see cron tab -L to list it. Okay, to list the existing job. List the
Excuse me,
existing
Ajit.
jobs.
I got
Tell-
confused with the last condition. The 10th October is one day. So how come it can be Tuesday and Thursday? We can give 2 days because 10th October is a day.
10th October. So date is 10, right?
10th. Yes.
And the month is 10th.
Yes. But for example, 10th October is a Thursday. Yeah. So how can we schedule it for Tuesday and Thursday also? Because those will be another dates, right? Different dates.
10th October and right.
Now, if I see the calendar, 10th
So
October is a Thursday. So Tuesday will be 8th October and Thursday will be, 10th October. Tuesday will be 8th October. So it didn't make sense for.
right, it should be only one in that case because
Yeah,
will be
we have
considered as
already decided the date.
okay, either we can run it on Tuesday or either we can run it on let's say like this you can do. So
If we input the day of the week, we should only use month, not the date of the month, right?
correct. So
Yeah.
otherwise every can use like this we can do 10th October Thursday at 6 a.m. Yeah, this is fine because if I specify 10th October and Tuesday and Thursday means so the date will be wrong in
If
that
you
case.
already mentioned it as 10th October, we must give the day of that date, right?
Right.
We can't give any other day. Yeah.
Right. Right. Good catch. Okay. So now I connected to the EC2 instance today. So let's see here, cron tab -E. Cron tab is not found. Sudo cron tab -E. Why is it you don't have cron tab?
Hello.
Yes.
Ajit, I think this is also will work like when the year will comes, the 10th October is on Tuesday, it will work, right? Because we are not mentioning any year.
Correct. You see, but whenever it comes on Tuesday or Thursday, it will execute. So that is also
as per the
scenario
year.
will work. So suppose if this year 10th October is Tuesday, definitely it will work. So if it is Thursday, it will execute. Otherwise, it will skip. That's it. So let's say you want to execute this year 10th October is Thursday. This year it won't execute. Whenever the 10th October is Tuesday, it will execute, but it won't execute on this year. So when it will wait until it comes Tuesday, but it will work. So whenever it comes.
So, for example, if you want it to run on 10th October every year, we just give the day as star, right?
See, 10th October. So don't get confused. Okay. So what my scenario was, I have to run it on 10th October, Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday here.
Yes.
Let's say Tuesday and Thursday. Okay. So what is my minute will be 0, and I'm running at 6 a.m., which is hour, right? And the date here is 10th October, right? 10th, and the month is 10th. So whenever comes to the day, right? So day I'm specifying, let's say 02. Let's say 02, 04. So if this 10th October is Tuesday, okay, if this 10th October is Tuesday, so definitely it is going to be execute. Got my point?
Yes, got it.
If this 10th October is Tuesday, then it will execute. If it is not Tuesday, then it will check for next value, which is 04. If it is Thursday, definitely it will execute on Thursday.
Okay.
It will check for
So regardless of the day, if you wanted to run on 10th October, we just give the day field as star.
right. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what we discussed here, right? To run every hour. So we are specifying a star. Here also I just mentioned star. And every Sunday we are running it, right?
Got it.
Arjit, is it possible to give only for example, only for the 1 year it has to run, or like that?
1 year you can write it. See, 1 year. See, it's up to you which day you want to write. Suppose you are running on 1 year, right? So in which day you want to run that? Specify which day. Suppose you want to run on December 30th. Let's say December 30th. Date will be 30, and the month will be 12th.
So this command will apply for the current year, I guess.
So it not belongs to the any particular year. We are not mentioning any year, right? If you look at the syntax, see if that condition is matches. Okay.
Got it. So if I set
see,
it to January, it will just execute the next year January.
next year January also it will execute. You got my point. We are not specifying anywhere. You should execute on 2024 October 10th only, right? We are not setting that anywhere, right? It will execute on 10th October every year.
Is it possible to automatically shut it down after executing the next scheduled time? Like if I want it to execute on next January, after it completes that execution, can it be shut down automatically, or we have to remember and then go stop the cron job?
You have to stop it.
Okay.
Like, because that is the reason, right? So
Okay.
you have to remember like which jobs you have automated. Okay.
So it will not go away once it executes it.
Right. It will be there, remain as it is.
Okay.
So it will be keep on executing.
Okay.
Same thing in EC2. I don't see that. Let me check in EC2. Don't worry, I'll show that. Okay, just connected to our Ubuntu machine. Okay. Cron tab -e to edit. So I'm going to the editing mode. Okay. So since I'm opening for first time, so in which editor you want to open it? Okay. So this has all the editors. This having it, but it is recommending the first one, which is the nano editor. Okay. Select that. So this is the cron tab file. Okay. So as I already mentioned it, cron tab is a file. Okay. So in this, you can just mention your file here. So execute it automatically on the specified time. Okay. So in Linux, suppose I'll comment it out. Let's say here I just mentioned hello. To save this file, right? To save this file, Control S. Okay. To Control S, then Control X. Okay. To come out of the cron tab. Okay. In Ubuntu. Control plus S to save the edit. Okay, to save the edit. Control plus X to exit from cron tab. Cron tab file. So if you see my file, right, cron tab file, now I just mentioned hello, right? Cron tab -L. You see here it is saved like this. Just see, the example is provided here already. Like this, you have to place it and execute it. Okay. So the next one is, let's say you have a scenario. Okay. You have to schedule one job. So that should be run every last day of the month. Okay. Last day of the month. Cron job. Cron job to run a script. Run a script on last day of the month. Last day of the month. How you will write it? Tell me. Last day of the month it should execute. Tell me now. Like February is having 28 days. Sometimes we will have 30 days. Sometimes we will be having 31 days, right? How you will manage to execute on last day of the month? Any ideas how we can do? Is my voice is audible to you all? Yes, no?
Yeah,
Yes, Sajid.
Yes.
Okay, let's debug this. So we are running last day, right? So let's say in that last day, let's say that last day, I want to execute the script on 55th minute. Right, the first one is 55th minute. The minute, right? Then hour. So which is 24 hours format, right? So now hour will be 23. If I mention 24, it will be executed on next day. Okay, be careful. 23. The next field is date. Here comes our logic. Okay, the February, sometimes we were having 28 days, right? So 28 days. So between 28 to 31, sometimes you will having 30 and 31 also, right? 28-31. Okay. So the date is 28-31. In between the days, And the next field is, what is the next field? Month, right? So the month, what we can do?
Star.
Every
Star.
month. Every month
Star.
is nothing but star, right?
Yes.
Star. Then day. The day also we don't know, which is
Star.
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 Which day, which is coming, Friday or Wednesday, we don't know the last day. So it is star.
Ajit, can't we set the minutes to 0 and the hours to 24?
So what will 24 is what?
So it will
The
be
next day, right?
exactly scheduled every
So
24 hours.
last day of the month. See. So then that is not the
Oh,
last
that
day,
it will
right?
go to the first of the month.
Right. That's the reason. 24 is the next day.
Okay.
So it will execute on next day. Okay. So if you execute this, so will this work?
No, Ajit.
I think Ajit here 28 day, 29, 30, 31 also it will work, right? It will run for this month.
Correct. So in that case, so it will run on between 28 to 31. So it will execute on 28, 29 and 30, 31 also it will execute. Right.
Yes.
So here our Cronta will support one line code. Okay. One line code. Okay. So here we will write one small logic. Okay. So echo. So in this echo, so we'll check if the tomorrow is first. Okay. If tomorrow is first, in that case, it should execute on today night itself, which is 55th minute of, sorry, which is 11:55. It should execute. If tomorrow is first, right, it should execute on 11:55 of today. Okay, 11:55 of today. So for that, echo, I'm checking the date. Checking the date. Okay, echo date. Hyphen D is a delimiter. Okay, delimiter. So I'm adding one date. Okay, adding plus 1 day plus 1 day. Okay, plus 1 day plus 1 day plus percentage D. What is the date? Okay, percentage D. So we'll put a bracket here. Okay, percentage D. Checking the date. If it is equals to 1. If the date is equals to 1, then it should execute on previous date, which is today. Clear?
Ajit, 1 second.
So it's very simple. Okay. So shell script will this cron tab will support single line of code to execute any code. Okay. Not to write the multiple lines. It will execute only single line. Okay. Always whatever the code you write, it should only in the one line it should be. Okay. So what I'm doing it, the date I'm checking. Right. So suppose let's say today is 30th and tomorrow is 1st. Okay. So I'm checking date. Let's say today is 30th. Today is 30th. So I'm adding 1 day to that. So which is, if I add 1 day to that, which will be 1st, right? So let's say today is 30th. I'm adding 1 day to that. If it is equals to 1, 30 plus 1, which is 31. It is not adding. Okay. So which is, I'm adding 1 day to that. So if it is equals to 1, okay, consider in the day field.
Jit, what is that percentage D?
It's a delimiter. Okay, so we have to use in this way only for this code. Okay, so it's a delimiters. Okay, this hyphen D and this percentage D are the delimiters. Okay, delimiters. So I'm adding 1 day to that. So if it is equals to 1, this date, right? If this date is equals to 1, if tomorrow you're adding 1 day to this 28 day. So let's say tomorrow is first, then it will execute on today night itself. Got my logic here? It's simple
Yes,
logic only. So let's say today is 28th. I'm adding 1 day to that day. So if you add 1 day to that, so the next day is 1st March, right? So in that case, it will execute today night itself, which is 23rd is 11:55. That's it. This is a simple logic. Okay.
Ajit, can you explain from echo command? I'm not getting it.
Sorry.
From echo command, I'm not getting what exactly.
See, what is the today date? Here I written. Let's say today is what I am telling is concentrate. So today is, let's say 30th. Let's say 30th. So I'm adding 1 day to that day. So if you add 1 day to that day, the next day is first, right? First day of the next month, right? You got my point.
Okay.
So then this 1 is equals to 1, then condition is true, then it will execute on today night itself, just 11:55. That's it. That's the logic I written.
Ajit, is it 30 plus 1 we are doing or what?
Any day, see, any last day.
No, like you're telling, like, for example, today if we consider the 30th, so that date will be replaced as the 30.
Correct. The date will replace with 30.
Then 30
next,
plus 1 we will get as 31, right?
That's
If
the
it is
reason.
31st, it will not execute. If it is first, it will execute.
Execute. That's it. See, the logic is simple. That's the reason I have written is, see, let's say.
So this will keep checking every day, every day 23:55.
That's it.
So
Every day
if tomorrow is first, it will execute today.
Yes, exactly. See, last month, how many days we have? 30 days, right? So consider the date is 30 here. Okay. So I'm adding 1 day to that. You got my point. Okay. If I add 1 day to that, then so this will be first. Okay. 1 is equals to 1. Condition is true, right? Got my point.
Yes.
Condition
Okay.
is true, then it will
Ajit, so
execute.
here we doesn't require a 28-31, right? Because every day it will check if it is next day is first, then it will run. We don't require 28-31, right?
How we will mention the last day? You tell me. How this logic will going to be work? So the date anyhow.
If a given star in the second day, it will check the next day is 1 or not. So it won't do it. So till 31st, it will wait.
Here we are mentioning. No, that doesn't work. Okay. So you are thinking wrong way. So here, see here, the date you should mention, which date it should execute. So I'm mentioning the last day of the month. Last day, suppose you need to get a salary, that job need to be executed on last day, right? So that the last day, how the computer will get to know that is the last day or not? Yes, correct, right?
Yes.
How the computer will get to know the last day, right? So you have to specify, since our February sometimes the 28th, that's the reason it is 28th, hyphen between this day, whichever the date is coming on that month, so it will execute it. That's it.
Ajit, I think it will work, but the thing is, if you put star in the day section, it will check every day. So if you put 28 to 31, it will only check on 28th, 29th, 30th, and
Correct.
31st.
In these
Right?
days only I need.
It will check.
Okay, not
Okay.
see. I don't want to execute on every day, right?
Yeah.
See, run to script to execute on last day of the month, not on every day. Okay.
Okay.
So if you put star here, then in that case, every day it will check whether it is the last day or not, last day or not,
Yes.
last day or not,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So I don't want to do that because that is not my logic, right? So that script to be, that salary script to be executed on last day, so which is any day of the last, which is 28 or 29 or 30 or 31, right? That's it. This is the simple logic. Okay. Clear? So now I will give an assignment. Assignment 6. So write a, so just give a small path. Okay. So this is one of the automation idea. Okay. So definitely you might see this in your project also. Write a shell script to delete a log file, which is to delete, which is 14 days old. 14 days old. And you have to schedule it. 14 days old log files. Okay, just try this scenario. It is easy only. Okay. So if you know this find command, then you can easily write this one. Okay.
Then we have to delete that files.
Yes, you. That is what my condition, right?
Yeah, that
Write a
didn't
shell
mention.
script to log file to delete. Sorry, to delete. Let's say to delete 14 days. Log file. 14 days old log file. Okay. Clear. Okay. Now let's jump into the next topic, which is for loop. Okay. We'll discuss few more programs here. Anyone has any idea what is for loop? What for loop will do?
To give an iteration, we use a for loop.
Right. So we can say for loop operates on list of items. Okay, we can say like that. For loop operates on list of item. You'll see that. Okay. List of item. Okay. So it repeats a set of commands every time in a list. Okay. So it will repeat a set of commands every item in a list. It repeats a set of commands every item in a list. Okay. Every item in a list. Okay. The syntax will be for, okay, then my variable in whatever the condition, let's say word var2, like that it will go till whatever the value you want to specify, okay, like warden. Okay, then do, and if this condition is true, then all the statement to be executed, right? All your statement to be executed for every word. Then done with my loop. Okay. So let's see one small program on this. Okay. So example is so let's say you have to print the numbers from 1 to 9. Simple. Okay. Simple one. Let's start with the simple. Okay. Let's say to print. So we are using for loop. Okay. To print the numbers from 1 to 9. 1 to 9. How we can do it with the help of for loop. Okay. Let's see that. Bin bash. Okay, bin bash. So now I'll take it as for my variable. I'll take it as var only. Okay. Var. Then so I want to print the numbers between 1 to 9. Right. I have to print the numbers from 1 to 9. So then have to specify my all numbers here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have to print the numbers from 1 to 9, right? Then 2. So in here, what we can do in 2, if this, so it is checking condition for 0 to 9. So we have to print the numbers, right?
Echo $var.
Echo $var. We are fetching that variable $var. Then done. Okay, let's execute this small program and see whether we'll get a output or not. vi okay, sh f3.sh. Clear. We are getting output. Yes, no. So it is printing only numbers from 0 to 9. By
Ajit, if it is for 100 numbers, we have to give 100 numbers.
I'll come to that point. One second. I'll come to that point. So here, so let's debug this. So you see here, echo 0, then it is printing 0, then it is going for the next number. It is printing 1 like that. It is going till 9. That is printing for all the commands is executing. Okay. So here we have only from 1 to 9, right? So let's say you have a scenario from like you have to print the numbers from 1 to 100, right? Then in that case it will be very tough, right? 1 to 100 writing the numbers and the script. So it's not a good idea, right? So for that, so we have one more syntax in shell script. Okay, we have one more shell script in syntax. Okay, syntax is, sorry, syntax 2 . Syntax 2 is, 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 syntax So for the expression 1, okay, exp1 stands for the initializing the variable. Okay, so I'll show you an example. Okay, don't worry. So we are initializing like where to start. Okay, like from which number you want to start, right? So here we are starting with 0, right? Like that, we are in the expression 1, we have to initialize from where to start. Okay, then semicolon, then expression 2. Okay, expression 2, what expression 2 will do? Compare the values. Okay, we are comparing the values. Then third expression, which is to increment the values. A third expression will be used for increment the values. Then same way, which is commands or statements, which if that for loops condition is met, so you can mention your commands here, then done. Okay, so let's write that the same program, print the numbers from 1 to 9. Okay, using this syntax, right? So again, it is simple only. So let's say, so for so I want to start from 0, right? I want to start it from 0. So I'm initializing my I value is 0, right? So initializing the variable, which is I value is 0. Okay, colon. Then I want to print from 0 to 9, right? So I'm checking my condition is I is less than 9. My value should be less than 9. Okay, less than 9. Then, so I have to increment the value of I, right? So I plus plus, closing my brackets. Then do, then same way echo. My variable here is I. Okay, then done. That's it. Simple. Okay, let's execute this and see whether we will get a output or not. vifo.sh. Think somewhere sh f4.sh. So whichever the less than 9 numbers, right? It is printing, right? So if you set a debug here, so if you want to understand how this is working, right? Set -x, sorry, set -x. Set -x. So I'll explain now. See here, in my first scenario, I equals to 0, right? Then 0 is less than 9, right? So it is going inside the do, then it is printing my value. Okay, then after that I value getting incremented. Okay, so we have to go for the next number, right? So I value getting incremented, which is I plus plus, right? So I plus plus, then I value is 1, right? Then it is going inside the do statement and is printing, right? Similar way it is going till 8. Till 8 it is going. So after my 8, so the I value incremented, I value is 9 now, right? 9 is not less than 9, right? The condition is false, right? Then it is comes out of that. Clear? This is how the for loop works in this syntax. Clear? Yes, no.
Yes, Sachin.
Okay. So one last program for today's session. Okay, one last program. So we written a factorial of program, right? Factorial of a number program right here. Where we done that? Here. So here we written using only while loop. Okay, only while loop. So let's use for loop also. Okay, to find a factorial of numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, let's see that using for loop. Okay, so let's say, so we are to find a factorial of a number from 1 to 10. So we need all 10 factorials number. Okay. Please go on mute. Okay. So let's quickly write it this program. Okay. For
ఒక గంట 2 గంటలు పడుతుంది.
for. So here I want to print the factorial of number. Okay. From 1 to 10. Right. So now what I will do, my I value is my variable. I will take it as my number. I will take it as I. Okay. In. So I have to print it from find the factorial number from 1 to 10, right? So what I will do, sequence. So I'm giving a sequence from 1 space 10. Okay. My sequence is 1 to 10, right? So I want to find a sequence from 1 to 10. Watch out my screen first. Later you can try yourself. Okay. So here I'm finding a to find a factorial of a number from 1 to 10. For we are finding a sequence of factor from 1 to 10. So I value I'm taking as my number. The sequence should be 1 to 10. Okay. Hope you all clear till this. Okay. Watch out my screen. Then I am going inside the do. Okay. Do. I'll take n as my number. Okay. N equals to $I. So what is my I here? What is my
1
I
to
here?
10.
1 to 10. Okay. So I'll be reading that as a n. Okay. Then hope you all remember the factorial should be fact equals to 1. Okay. Hope you all remember factorial of 0 is 1. That's the reason I'm assigning fact equals to 1. Okay. Then the remaining program is same. The remaining program is same. So if you remember the program while, so what we are checking here in the while loop,
10 should be greater than 0.
correct. My number should be greater than 0, right? greater than 0, otherwise will not get a proper output. 2, then fact equals to dollar. What we are doing is here dollar fact. Fact is 1.
Yeah, star
Dollar
n.
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 So we are multiplying, right? So the next value is
N equal to n.
N equals
Dollar
to
n minus 1. Dollar n
so
minus
we have to decrement the n value, n minus 1. I'm closing it. Okay. Then I'm closing my while loop. Okay. Then I will say echo. Just I'll print the values. Factorial of $I for each number. Okay. $I is dollar fact. Dollar fact. Then done. Then done. That's it. Okay. So let's execute this. Let's see we are getting a output or not. Factorial, it should print from 1 to 10. Vi fact.sh. Okay. Save this. So sh fact.sh. Okay. We are getting a expected output, right? Factorial of 1 is 1, right? Factorial of 2 is 2. 2 into 1 is 2. Factorial of 3 is 3 into 2 into 1, which is 6, right? We are getting a expected output. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This is how you can write a program using for loop for factorial. So you can write this program in multiple ways. Okay.
I think the first line we can write in the second syntax also, right? I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. That
yes,
also might work.
Yes, try. That is what I'm telling. It's up to you how you want to write it, right? So you can try those scenarios. You can try with a second syntax as well. So it should be with numbers should be less than 10, right? So which is then the values will give till 9. If we give less than or equal to 10, so it will print till 10. That's it. Right? Clear? So one more thing, there is one more website I'll tell you for cron job, okay, which is crontab guru. Okay, there you find the lot of examples they given. Okay, lot of examples they given. So you just see these examples. They have given a lot of examples. Just go and read it. Okay, man. So it is very good website. Okay, crontab guru. Okay, so if you go every minute, so they are saying how it is. Okay, everything they mentioned. Okay, so I'll just mention it in my notes as well. Crontab guru. This is a very good website. Okay. Okay, any questions for today? Okay, fine. If no other question, we can wrap up today's session and we can connect back tomorrow. I think in 1 or 2 classes, our shell script is going to be closed. Okay. So that's all from my side. So we can connect back tomorrow, same time. Have a good day.